You're back, and the party just encountered Zertorm. Some of the party did. Dorian got brave and waltzed right up to the keep castle and demanded an audience, and was granted an audience with Zertorm,
We got stupid.
who just had, unbeknownst, of course, to the party and to everyone at Amber's Peak, Zertorm used the party uh, as scapegoats or what have you in this ritual that had been going on for as long as everyone can remember, the water ritual. And most of the time it's very innocuous, but this time Zertorm had something else going on, and the party actually hatched an egg of a baby dragon, and in so doing summoned an adult dragon to come fight for it. And in the course of events, Zertorm was able to lure this dragon into his keep and is now seemingly tamed it. He is riding it, and the adult dragon has been locked into this peculiar and strange duel with this fire being, starting off with a fire in this firefight in the sky, culminating, or between those two creatures, culminating with the last the party saw, the adult dragon and this fire person being, seemed to have reached some kind of stalemate, or they're doing some kind of interaction with each other that is very unusual. They're no longer attacking each other right outside the keep. And so we left off with Zertorm telling Dorian to meet him later tonight, and with that, Zertorm, with the baby dragon, leapt up over the battlements and retreated back into the keep at Amber's Peak. And we'll resume here. So, Dorian is now that Zertorm has left. He is left in this space here, but there's two sections of battlement, there's an inner wall and an outer wall, and Dorian is between these two walls in this little courtyard area where they're pyritors, these large fire-based minotaurs that wrangled this baby dragon into the place. They're there, but they're like they're automatons. They're very rigid and stiff. They're not activated or what have you. Now it looks like they're turned off. They're there. Also, during the events of the fight, the party saw one of the cord magic users get summoned into the keep, and he walked in, and he's not seen right now, and so Dorian is left standing there basically by himself. So we'll pick up with him. And what do you want to do?
I want to go back to the rest of the party and just relay like what I saw.
Okay. So
And
Dorian,
just that Zortorm told us, said, hey, if we want to, didn't in the conversation with Zortorm, he said that like we have the same enemy, or is that right, or did I kind of make that up? That
no, he
or,
so he offered you a place in his army, and you are of the mind that you don't betray your friends, and you personally have pledged allegiance to Arvia of Crom, your clan leader. And then he asked about the rest of the party, and seems like he's giving you guys a chance to think it over and make a decision of what you want to do. So it seemed like he was giving you your leave to return and discuss amongst yourselves what you think you want to do.
okay. Yeah, so I want to go back to the party and kind of try to relay that and see what everybody else wants to do.
Okay. So as Dorian returns across the path from the keep walls to the bridge, again, still there. Um, when he exits the outer wall into the part of the keep where the ritual was happening and where the egg was cracked open, and um, he's walking through there, and now he sees the woman who he saw on the top of the keep with um, he sees her now. Before they were standing, the dragon and the firewoman were standing a ways apart, and they were not fighting. They were like looking at each other, and they were kind of pacing back and forth, stalking each other. It's a very rhythmic and weird looking scene. Now, when he comes out and he's walking past, the woman is leaned up against this enormous dragon. Enormous. Um, she's, the dragon is laid down and curled up and looks, if not asleep, at least very calm. And the woman is standing up, leaning against it, kind of rubbing it and petting it. Not, she's in her, you've seen her in multiple forms where she looks like a normal woman, where she looks like she's a being made of fire. Right now, she looks in her normal woman state, and she's standing there just caressing the dragon. Doesn't look at you, doesn't seem to notice anything else. You walk by, Dorian walks by and just observes this. Do you want to say anything? Do you want to do anything?
Yeah.
You just want to keep going?
No, I just want to like sneak past, like, try not to interrupt them at all.
Okay.
They just, yeah, quickly, like, and then like once I'm like kind of past, then like run like across the bridge.
Okay. So he opts not to interact with this whatever they're doing, and he continues across the bridge. And again, this is like ground zero of where this dragon had just laid nuclear napalm waste into this place and scorched the bridge. All these cord guard tents that were erected on this side of the river are just not even ash. The ash is all blown away now because the dragon and this firewoman, when they were battling in the sky above the keep, they ended up spiraling down to where they both, well, mostly the dragon with its mass, crashed in and just impacted heavily onto this part of the ground here, and it just obliterated everything. So it was already, scorched mostly to burnt cinders anyway from the fire attack, and then when the beast impacted at high speed, it just obliterated everything. So now it's just mostly a wasteland. I mean, it just looks totally devastated, and you're like picking your way through this. The bridge is still intact. You're able to cross it, and the bridge is, all the stone of the bridge is just blackened from the fire. But there's just small little bits of fire here and there. Nothing is like on fire. Nothing's burning, and but it definitely got hot. And so you are now across the bridge. And where was the rest of the party, if I recall? I remember you guys all came back, and you were in the little fishing village. Dira did some things that people saw, and I think all of you were just in the little fishing village, right? Kind of taking turns with the spyglass. Am I remembering right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, so
Yeah, that's right.
So Dorian returns to the party.
Cool. Yeah, I just want to tell them. Yeah, so I met with Zertorm, and
No
I just want
way.
to describe. Yeah, yeah, I know. But I just want to. Yeah, I want to like, like, I guess like, as I was part of this other clan, like trying to figure out what, the cause of the fire beasts that are, plaguing the land, and
Mm-hmm.
trying to stop that. It's like I want to tell my parties like that's why I went across because I want to try to find it. I want answers,
Mm-hmm.
and then you guys don't have to join me, but hopefully maybe this could be a way for us to help fight this.
Did you swear your allegiance to him?
No, I didn't. I swear my allegiance to
Arvia.
Oh my gosh, Arvia.
So is that little baby dragon that hatched? Is that like the baby of this big one we see over there? Did he say anything about that?
No,
He didn't.
No, I don't know.
Yeah. Do you think he can be trusted?
I honestly don't know. He seemed a little out of it.
Okay.
Do you remember what from the last time what his visage? Do you recall what I was saying about how he looked?
Yeah, that he seemed distracted or
That was his disposition. He looks his whole attitude was like very depressed, honestly, and despondent was his way he was talking. But then when he came up to you and he looked at you and you could see you're not exactly sure what you saw, but his face was disfigured in some way that you couldn't tell. It was very unnerving. But you didn't get long enough of a look to really figure out what it was, but it just looked wrong.
Just looked wrong.
Something about it was not right.
Can I do like some kind of I know it's kind of like after the fact, but could I do some kind of like I don't know, sense motive or something to like did I like sense like his intentions were evil or things like that? I don't know if I could even do that. Like scouting, lore, survival.
Let's see the skills here. I mean, it'd be insight. I mean, if anything, but I would say
I've got a 0.
I would say, well, that's okay. I mean, I would say so. You come back and relay everything to the party, and now you're all sitting around, kind of making decisions, honestly, about what you want to do, and so. Does anyone in the party want to you can take this time. You're all talking with each other. You're all thinking out loud, like what's going on, and you're kind of reviewing. Okay, this happened, and now we know he does the fire creatures. Blah blah blah. What? So if one of you wants to do something like, I mean, you can do like an insight roll, and I would say. You can figure out. You can use that to try to figure out things about him. Not like a direct observation of him, like if he's lying to you right now, but I would say you can use your insight to kind of piece together all the various clues about this place that you guys have collected so far and make an informed decision, about his motives. If
he's people are picking up red flags.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you guys have been around here for a long time now. Obviously many episodes of the game, but like for you guys have been around here a long time, and you've been in the keep a bit. You've dealt with stuff, and you've talked to the clan. Like you've been around to where you guys, if you want to do a roll to kind of figure this stuff out a little more concretely, I would allow it if one of you guys wants to do a roll.
Sure, I'd like to try that.
It would just be an insight roll. Yeah. And then tell me exactly what you're trying to... What do you want? Like, what are you trying to really roll for?
I guess more specifically, understand his relationship with these fire beasts that keep coming up across the land, and like, based on all these events that just happened, is this new information to us of like, one, like, yes, it's totally him making these, and then why, and yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we'll just make it a group roll. Do you any of you guys have any other questions you want about this topic? Okay. So yeah, I mean, yes, what Marigal told Dorian jibes with what you guys have seen. Because you didn't explore everything in the keep. You explored a good bit, but not everything. And another part of the keep was he has for all intents and purposes, a laboratory where he. That's where the Minotaurs come from. They guard that. That's where he conducts these experiments on these creatures to infuse them with this demonic fire essence in an attempt to create another part of his army to have a stronger army. That's what he's doing. Yes. And what was the other part of your question? He is doing it.
Okay. And then I guess why? I mean, I guess the why is obvious. I mean, he's trying to battle Zygofer, right?
That's correct.
Who turns out to be his father, right?
That's what was said.
Oh, I guess maybe Joe didn't relay that to us.
Yeah.
But I mean, he did say something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So it's personal. It's a
okay.
family business right now.
The best kind.
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess we got to answer like as a group. I mean, what's that, Robert?
Well, I mean, we did kind of tell Arvia that we were gonna.
Mm-hmm.
Come back and help her. Yeah.
She offered.
I mean,
She offered you guys a place on her roving band to serve, and you guys all said you would. And she said, "Okay, meet me off to the west whenever you're done at Ember's Peak."
So if we go off and meet her, is that gonna conflict with whatever Zeratorm wants, or you know what I mean?
You don't know yet because you don't know what he wants.
But I told Joe or Dorian that he wanted his allegiance, right?
That
Our
was
allegiance.
well.
his army.
He offered a place in his army to the party, and
Okay.
Dorian was kind of conflicted because he's a loyal. That's his pride, is he never leaves his friends behind, or he never betrays his friends, and so he didn't outright say no, but he didn't accept either. But none of you are like that as far as your prides, and so he's bringing this offer. He's bringing this offer to the rest of you to see if you guys have any thoughts or decisions you want to make or mull it over, or what have you. So that's where we're at now. You don't have to make any decisions right now if you don't want.
I was gonna say we could go help her, and then take the keep, and then once she has the keep, then we could make our way back to fight Zygofer.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
But I mean, taking that keep is kind of fighting Zygofer already, right? In a way.
You don't
Yeah.
know. I mean,
Priscilla,
if
Demon Lord.
well, I mean, Dorian would know because he's dwarf. I mean, he knows this is like legendary. This is legendary story myth, but it's not myth. Like they were brought up like all the dwarves
Fact.
know, especially the Crom clan. Like Vond was ours. It is like the jewel of our empire, and we're getting it back. And he's never. None of these people have ever been there. They just know it's west. Like they you have these like rudimentary kind of like, we know we go to this river and then we turn south. It's like a very vague, like passed down through the generations of where it is, and they don't necessarily even know where it is. They just know it's west somewhere, and that Arvia, for whatever reason, even Dorian does not know why this woman is so hell-bent on reclaiming this ancient keep from dwarven past history. Dorian doesn't even know that, but as far as he knows, it's a true place, it's real, and it's west. Like how far, you don't know. I mean, it could be You know what I mean? Like it could be a long, long ways. You don't know, and that's over there. You know, that's where Zygofer is. Also, he is west. But as far as like where, like how far is which one is closer? None of you guys know. You guys don't know if it's 45 days away, if it's 2 days away. You just know directionally which way it is, but you have no idea how far. Just saying. So with that kind of stuff in mind, like it could be very far away.
I'm down to go back and help Arvia that overtake a stronghold back. I just feel like, I don't know, I mean, it's kind of unfinished business here, I guess. Or, well, I mean, what do we do with this place? We just come back and join his army and help out then. And I don't think we have any interest of laying waste to this village. You know,
come on.
Yeah.
Dira's like, boo! Dira's like, that's what I do.
No, yeah.
Oh, not Dira, but like the dragon they now have right across the river, the huge thing. I mean, I don't think they're going to destroy the village with it. Because, I mean, it's their army that they're making for this. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess, like, what's in it for us? You know? I mean, if we go back and join his army, you know, why would we get in the middle of this giant fight, you know? Or,
fair question.
But, I mean, if this is the source of all the beasts, you know, it seems like our best chance to stop it, you know, to honor that farmer who told us, you know, who's dying in our hands, you know, told us to go and
kill my brother.
Yeah. Seems like this is the way to do it. I have no idea how, but
well, I mean, we might have already killed the thing that killed his brother.
Yeah. Good enough.
I mean, there's
done.
something. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Robert Payton, what do you guys think?
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Should you use your
I'm game either way.
Marcus and Dira.
Yeah. Marcus and Dira.
I'm kind of on the fence with that.
Kind of on the fence with what? I didn't hear you.
We swore our allegiance, and I also have a pride thing, so I'll be with her.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, going back with Arvia.
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as it sits now, then this whole place is deserted. When the dragon swooped in and started laying waste, the army, all the fisher people of Augerville, everyone fled west, and you guys gave Jag and the cart to Viridia and just said, we'll meet you west, you know. So, and then you guys came back. So the only people here are in the keep, and then this fire woman person and the dragon are out in front of, like, in the courtyard in front of the keep, and that's it. There's no one else here. I mean, there's a couple stragglers here and there, a few dead bodies, but otherwise this place is a ghost town.
I feel like we have so much stuff as it is. I don't think we need to. Could use a couple coins
loot
for
any
the
more
road.
bodies?
There's everyone emergency exited. Like, I mean, people got GTFO. They left with their lives. You know, like this whole town is just sitting here now. People didn't you know what I mean? People didn't make sure you grab your purse.
Time to
Like,
back up.
yeah, I mean, people we are going to die if we stay here.
Yeah, I'd like to search around for a couple coins.
Yeah, I want
Everybody else
to
is
stop
down.
by. We worked for a long time at a smith shop
Yep, you did.
from right there. I want to stop by there and see if there's anything nice to pick up.
Yeah.
Do you want to do this? Do you want to do this in broad daylight? Because it's just afternoon. It's 1 PM. It's broad daylight.
But if everybody's gone, I mean, maybe.
Like I said, kind of like how Indira wanted to CPR that lady's hand with her knife, you know, and you know, yeah, there's people around. I mean, people saw that, and that had 2 witnesses, and they ran off. And like I said, you do see you see there are a few people who this whole events that happened, like instead of like panicking and running, like they just had like a catatonic shock reaction, and because remember, there was three bodies on the ground: the woman, the man, and the girl. And the woman was dead. The man got brought back to life painfully, and then the girl was also alive. And Dira went against her conscience, I guess, and like picked her up and brought her to some people who were kind of these shell shocked people sitting there, and just gave her to these people. They're sitting here in the courtyard. So it's not like I shouldn't have said that there's zero people around, but there's a few people, but not a ton anymore. It's like a ghost town. There's a few folk.
So does Dira gain anything from inflicting harm to people? I mean, I know it's her dark secret or whatever.
Coolness points.
That's awesome. Get an experience or
No, I mean,
that's cool.
I guess even no, because her dark secret says that she secretly enjoys inflicting pain and injury on others, which is so cool. But
I don't know if it's a secret anymore.
that's what I'm saying. So the point is like, I'll just ask Peyton now. So Dira, when you were quote unquote checking this woman for signs of life, and you did the breathing, and then you're like, I'm going to stab her in the hand, and you stabbed her. Did Dira, the character, reveal any kind of outward signs of having enjoyment doing this?
She was the one that was dead, right?
Yeah. Well, you were. Yeah. All you could tell she was dead. Okay.
Disappointed.
You were-
Because she was dead.
Oh, you were
Oh
angry.
It didn't
yeah,
hurt.
no pain.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
This sucks. She didn't even scream out. She was already dead. This is a ripoff. Okay.
Like I went in
Like,
all
disappointed.
smiling and happy, and then was just bummed.
I see.
Went to the next one.
Like
that is
you
great.
are.
That's an in-depth
Yeah. This is.
realization of your
this is-
character. That's so cool.
I'm so mad that this lady was already dead. Dang it. Such a ripoff. Okay. Because I was going to say, because you're just a quick mechanical thing, your prides and your dark secrets, you can lose them. And so what if you what's the word in the XP chart? It's like it's not activate your dark secret, but if your dark secret gets found out or whatever, then you get a point for that. So it's not bad if that happens. And then if you roll your pride in the game, then you get an XP for that too. So if just for all of you guys, just for future, so your goal, I guess, doesn't have to be to keep your secret a secret, because if you do, then you'll never get XP for it. But if you, I guess it seems to me the rules are saying you will get rewarded with XP if you come up with a cool dark secret, and then I and you find a cool way to have it get exposed and revealed in some cool way, so that maybe you'll get, bad things will happen to you in the game, but you'll get XP for it. So it just ends up being cool. So, and memorable. So just with that in mind, and when that happens, your secret obviously is exposed, and I know it says you can develop another one, but I mean, I guess I wouldn't say you have to come up with another one. I mean, how many dark secrets do people really have, in this way? So, but yeah, if you want to have it, you can just tell me too, of like, look, I want to activate it, and I don't care if people know anymore. I just want to use it, and you explain what's going on. That's totally fine. And then it'll be erased off your bio page, and then you'll get a point for it at the end of the session for using it. So all that whole long ass recap just to go over that. So just so you guys know. Okay.
Let's go. So maybe we could do a group effort here, and like Joe, you were saying, go back to the blacksmith or whatever, and
Yeah.
try to get some stuff. And I'd like to look for some coins or whatever. But maybe Dira and Marcus could somehow persuade, in whatever means necessary, any onlookers, to go a different direction. You know what I mean?
Oh, I can make
And,
a scene.
Yeah, yeah, a distraction. Yeah.
I come up to him, let me help you. Stab to the side. I don't know.
Okay. Okay, so walk me through this here. So it's middle of the friggin' day, broad daylight, and the party is down at the docks here, kind of at the shore. Dorian comes back and explains all, and you guys are kind of talking about what you're going to do with Zertorm. And then you're like, all right, let's go rob some stuff. So walk me through how do you guys do this?
Yeah,
Also, just so I set it up, so you guys understand like what exactly you see. So when you're down here at the docks, and I'll point here, I'll put your guys' token thing here. Okay, so here's where you guys are at, okay? And you see, there's over here. I'm not going to get too technical with it, but I'm just saying over here, that's where Dira put that girl with two adults who are kind of like shell-shocked and just sitting next to each other. They're like kind of zombies, but I mean, they're awake, but you can't tell. You don't know how coherent and aware they are. When Dira gave them the girl, they did like reach up and took her, and they're like sitting there holding her, and she's crying and everything, but they're just kind of like that, like I said, this catatonic 1,000-yard stare, like they just saw the apocalypse. That's what you see right here, these three people. The girl is awake and like looking around and crying. She's coherent and awake now, okay? And then over here, I would say, over on this side is where that's where the two people saw Dira stab. That's where they were standing when they saw Dira do the hand stab. And last you saw, they ran off, but you don't know where they went. So that's the last.
I think we'd recognize them.
If you saw them again, you'd it's only been whatever, an hour or two or something. I can't remember how much time has actually passed. I think it's only been like an hour. If you saw those two people again, you would recognize them for sure. But that's the last place
people we need to run into then.
Yeah, with your swords. Yeah. Yeah. So that the last time you saw them, that's where they were standing, and they ran away, and the lady was screaming, or she let out a shriek. So that's what you see right now. So tell me what you guys want to do.
Yeah, I imagine. So we're coming around, and we're headed towards the smith or whatever, and we're just keeping an eye out for anybody in the town, any onlookers, whatever. And if we do come across somebody, Deer and Marcus, do as you guys wish, but I imagine you guys would get their attention, like, "Hey there, can we help you?" Or I don't know, whatever conversation you want to bring up.
So are all
Joe?
Are all four of you now walking to the entrance to the smithy?
I'd imagine so. If everybody wants to do that.
I'm down.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
So
distract him.
You're distracting.
Okay, fine. And
Okay.
then you whack him with the Webley.
So
Lovely.
who's gonna go? And if you recall, the smithy is this whole operation, and there's like 8-10 different stalls. Each vendor working on like armor here, swords here, spears here, etc. So do you guys all want to take a stall and start looting, or do some of you want to keep watch, or who's doing what?
I can keep watch.
Okay. So we'll say Marcus.
Yeah, and I'd like to-
Marcus posts up right here, like on the road, just standing there looking around, trying to look like he's not being a criminal. Okay.
I'd like to specifically look for like money, some coins.
So
of some type.
but so you're gonna go in the stalls. You're gonna be a scavenger. Okay.
Yeah.
So Garrick's being a scavenger. Marcus is being a lookout. What about Dorian?
I wanna go in there and look for I want to look for armor, and then
Okay. So
and
you're
then
gonna be
swords, knives, and stuff like that.
you're gonna be a scavenger as well, and then Dira. Do you want to be a scavenger or a lookout?
I'm gonna be a scavenger.
Okay. Little
You
criminal.
just yell if you need anything.
Okay, so Marcus
Until
is
the time comes.
so Marcus is out front, keeping cool, and the three of
I'll
you
wait till
now.
someone comes around. I'm gonna yell,
Okay.
like, "Quit looting! There are people watching!"
Oh shit!
Hey y'all,
Just kidding.
stop with the crime, y'all. That's hilarious.
probably good.
Stop criming. That's awesome.
Just say cuckoo, cuckoo.
Okay, so we'll start with Garrick first. What do you want? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for gold coins in particular. Those are my favorite, but I don't know. I imagine they get paid for some services or whatever, so there's got to be some sort of accountant office, or I don't
I'll
know.
say that Garrett goes to the stall of the man who created his leg brace, his foot brace,
Wow.
and you find 1 gold and 5 silver.
Yeah.
The last of his money for his family.
Hey.
That's
you
how
know,
much.
it's hard times.
That's how
Come on.
much. That's how much is in that stall. How much do you want to take?
You said 1 gold and 5 silver?
Yeah, 1.5 gold is what's in there. Do you want to take all of it?
I'll just take the 1 gold.
Okay. Add 1
They're,
gold. Add 1 gold to your sheet there. Freaking criminals! You guys
are
are
there
not,
any
I'll give it
Like-
back.
precious metals?
not really. It's just a bunch of steel. Weapon. I mean, I guess I would say you can't tell. I don't. Oh, I mean, actually, aren't you guys all smiths now? Like 2 or 3 of you
Yeah.
trained as being smiths.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've ranked 2.
What is that?
yeah, I'm ranked 2.
Oh,
as
crafting.
well.
Yeah, crafting skill. Precious metals. I mean, let's look here in the Path of the Blade. Let's see. Items, core game. Is it not artifacts? Sorry, I should have. Valuables. Raw materials. Okay, so there's keeping in mind you guys already have all your standard armor and weapons that you've always been carrying around the whole time, and you don't have Jag in the cart. But yes, in all of these stalls, and there's actually like a communal drawing table too. There's like iron ore everywhere. I mean, there's more than you, and there's like iron ore. There's like shaped bricks of iron. There's all that like precious, like exotic metals. You don't see any. This isn't like, this place isn't making jewelry and fine. They're making spears and swords and armor. They're not making, artisanal necklaces and whatnot. But there's definitely coin, and there's weapons. There's the bare metal. There's weapons, and there's coin. And so Garrick has looted 1 gold coin. Very good. Dira, you're next. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for anything and everything.
I can't give you everything. There isn't an everything.
Whatever's there.
Whatever I
Even
can
like a little
find.
mouse or something that's running.
Let me
around.
see this here real quick.
Don't take anything. Just put a lava lamp and then walk away.
I am.
There you
The
go.
lava lamp.
I just roll. Okay, actually, here you do it. Oh, geez, I don't know if I can. Wait. Tiny. Here, let's. Well,
Is there like a looting chart?
there. Well,
There
that's
you
a.
go.
It's a random table. Valuable carried
Oh, okay.
finds. Did you see what I rolled? Are you fine with that, or do you want something else? I just did a test roll to see what it would do, and it rolled up 13 silver coins. Do you want that, or do you want to? If you
I don't see anything in the chat.
you don't see anything in the chat. Oh, I'm on a.
Not seeing.
Oh, okay. I'm on a silent roll here. I'll reveal it. There we are.
Dang, 13 silver coins.
I'll take it because I'm poor.
Okay. So yeah, you go to a spear stall, and there's all these weapons, but I mean your weapon is really good already. You don't need another one. And Jag is because you guys have a whole freaking rolling armory in the cart. 1 day away at most. You guys aren't in that much of a need of like having a more, and you can't carry it anyway. So Dira, understanding all this, just sees a big stack of silver, doesn't even look, just grips it all and like shoves it in her, tunic or whatever she's carrying stuff, and it ends up being 13 silver. So yeah, 1.3 gold, honestly. So very good. Now, Dorian, what are you doing?
Yeah, I was like, I think all I have is studded leather armor.
Let's see.
Uh,
Dorian.
So I was looking for something maybe a little more legit.
There's.
And then also I was looking for like a sword. I have a battle axe. But
Can you carry all that?
I don't. Yeah, is that
Let's
gonna
see,
make me?
because you're at weight 6 of 8 right now. I think
Okay,
if
I see
you
it.
can carry more. If one of you guys wants to look up the encumbrance rule in the player's guide, you can carry more. It's not like you're locked down and can't move. I just think it means you struggle with things. You have to do move rolls, way more. You have to just sit there, and it becomes a pain in the ass nuisance if you're trying to lug around stuff that's way too heavy for you. But
what if it was something smaller, like a nice knife or a short sword or
yeah, they all have different weights.
Like
Most weapons, I recall, I'm getting the items thing out now. Most weapons are like a weight of 1. Most. So yeah, you have a battle axe and studded leather. Yeah, there's armor. There's helms. There's like smaller kind of open helmets. There's full on great helms, like wrap around, hardcore. There's leather caps. There's small shields, large shields. There's full chainmail. I mean, there's.
yeah.
And then for weapons, I mean, you have a monster battle axe. There's broadswords. There's double-handed enormous warhammers that take 2 hands to wield. There's just it's a complete armory, literally kitting out an entire army. You can
Dude,
take.
he's doing fine for his family. He's doing fine.
You can take
Yeah,
whatever you
yeah,
can
yeah.
take whatever you want. I mean, if you did I not make the. I hope I did, but under the items page up top, you can go to the items tab and then go down to core games and then go to gear. And I think I made all that public. You guys can look through it all,
Yeah.
right? You can look
Oh,
through
here we
all
are.
you can look through all the shields and armor. You can look through all the weapons.
Ooh, nice.
I
Okay, here we go.
2-handed swords, 2-handed axes. I mean, just good lord, anything that exists, you can have it.
Let's see. Weight normal.
That means 1.
Oh, okay.
So a side note, out of technicality, can I say that I don't have the large tent on me and that it's in the cart?
Oh, is it on your person?
Yeah,
Yeah, let me
puts me over.
yeah, hang on. So you have the large tent. I'll just put that yeah, I'll just delete it cuz it's already on Jag, I see. So I'll just delete it off your there. It's deleted.
That helps. I wonder how much like a small shield. And you have to do some sort of action or say that you're like wielding it like in a defensive pose or something.
Yeah, I'd have to review that in the combat rules.
Oh, that's
You
cool.
you get like an extra defense dice or something like that.
Yeah, Joe, if you come across a small shield, I'd go for that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I want to take the small shield, and then I also want to take, like a dagger.
Okay. So I can
Yeah.
So
The
what about armor? So okay,
Yeah,
so
no,
we're
just-
going dagger. So a dagger's in your backpack
Which is
now.
light.
Yep,
Yeah.
dagger's light. So that added a 0.5. Scenario at 6.5. And then what else did you say you wanted? A small shield.
small shield.
Small shield. There you go. So now you're at 7.5.
Yeah, and I think I'll just go with that.
Okay, and you wanted to get Garrick. You wanted a small shield.
Yeah, if that's possible.
Sure. So I'll give you a small shield. I mean, you're going to be over encumbered.
Oh, with the small shield?
Yeah, because you're sitting at 7.5, and if I give you a shield,
okay.
it's going to be 8.5. I mean, you're carrying a battle. Garrick's carrying a battle axe, a knife, and a longbow, with no armor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you want to go? Did you want to go heavy armor and drop your studded armor and go to plate or chainmail, Dorian?
Yeah, what would that do? See that? I think that would be sweet.
Make you cooler.
Yeah, way cooler. Chainmail. Oh, it's heavy versus the set of leathers like normal. Yeah, shoot. So yeah, I just don't want to be. Then I would be over encumbered, right?
I mean, you could just drop your studded leather armor.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, it'd be dropping one, but taking on two, right? Something. I mean, what is the weight of heavy? Is that two?
I believe that's correct.
Yeah. Yeah, and so what is? Yeah, no, I think I just want to stick with studded leather.
Okay. Dira, do you want any different weapons or different armor? You also have studded leather. Do you want to go up to? Do you want to go up to using chainmail?
She's using the bathroom, so she'll be out in a sec.
Okay.
Game is so real. I didn't know she walked off to the bathroom. That's so cool. Does she see anybody?
Did we just hear her laugh from the bathroom?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Let's look up
So,
shield.
what is there any sort of like light armor or anything like that?
Yeah, there is studded leather. There's leather armor, which is light. Yes, there's leather armor.
Okay. Maybe once everybody's done, I'll go grab me some light armor and wear that.
Okay, I can put that on your. I can hook you up with that. So
Okay.
So Garrick or
Is there-
Marcus gets some leather armor, and now that's equipped on Marcus now. So you just got your cloak over your leather armor now, so you got a little bit more resistance to damage.
Okay.
What do you think?
Are there any better staffs out there? Like, or is there just one type of staff?
Good question.
We're like just total looting and shopping the town now.
No, I mean
This town owes us.
there's nothing. I mean, there's just different kinds. There's pikes, which are, that's a heavy pointed spear kind of a thing. There's spears, there's long spears, short spears, staffs, halberds, which are enormous, heavy edged, and they can like hook things. So there's
Right. There's just a long spear way.
long spear is normal.
Okay. Maybe I'll replace my staff with the long spear.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, so the looking at I have the spear versus the staff. So in a head-to-head matchup, the staff has 3 features. One is that it's a blunt weapon, which is a style of damage. It's also, with a staff you can parry, meaning if someone comes up to hit you, you can block with it or attempt to block with it. That's what you can do with a staff. And also with a staff you can hook, meaning like trip and pull. You can like maneuver people around with a staff. The long spear, the only thing it is a pointed weapon. You can't block with it. It doesn't have blunt damage. Obviously, it's got a pointed damage, and you can't hook with it. So mechanically speaking, you can do more things with a staff than you can with a spear if you care.
Okay, what's the damage like on the two of them?
They both they both have a damage output of 1. They both are two-handed weapons with near range, and they both have a damage output of 1. One's just blunt damage, and the other's pointed damage.
Okay, maybe I'll just stick with the staff then.
Okay, sounds good. Dira, did you want to get different armor? Did you want to go up to like chain, because you're wearing she's back, right?
Yeah, I'm back.
Did you want to, because right now you're wearing studded leather armor.
Yeah.
But you have a opportunity now if you want. I mean, there's trade-offs with it. You can go up to wearing full chainmail.
How much does that weigh?
Full chainmail is
It's heavy item, armor, rating 3 against arrows and
heavy.
stabs.
Studded leather is normal with an armor rating of 3. Chainmail has an armor rating of 6, but it's heavy. And chainmail specifically has a +3 armor rating against all arrows and stab damage. So you get extra. I mean, it's already rating level 6, which is a lot. And then if it's a stab or an arrow type of a damage trying to hurt you, you get another 3 for that. So it's, I mean, but it's heavy.
Where do I see my weight that I can
Gear.
carry? Oh, gear.
Yeah.
Huh.
So you would be
I'd
at
be-
5, and then it'd be plus whatever the weight of the heavy is. Is heavy 3 or 2?
I believe heavy's 2. Light is half. Normal's 1. Heavy's 2. I mean, we can just sit here and check it real quick too. I mean, so here, I'll just
I'm
throw it.
pretty
I'll just throw it on your. So right now you're at 6. I'll throw a chainmail on. Now you're at 8. Yeah, so it adds 2. And there's also helmets. There's great helms. There's helmets. There's little tiny helmets. There's small leather helmets. There's full great helms. I mean, looks like there's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 levels of helmets. They go from leather caps all the way to the plate, like what Zertorm's wearing.
You said there's some studded leather armor there?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
Dira.
that's
That's
fine.
what Dira and Dorian are both wearing studded leather.
Yeah. I think I could get that, but that would make me encumbered, wouldn't it?
It just depends on what you guys are all going to do with the armors and stuff that you're wearing now. Are you just going to drop them right there and just abandon them?
But
Or are you going to try to carry them with you?
I don't have any armor at this point.
That's correct.
You can have mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do, if you wanted to do that, or if you can just, if it's fitted to her and it wouldn't fit him, sure, that's fine. But basically anything you want, you can kit yourselves out with whatever you want is kind of the.
Yeah, I'll take some studded leather. I mean, that would give me a +3 armor rating.
Okay.
3
I'll do
armor
the
rating.
chainmail too.
Look at you guys.
You're being too generous.
I wonder why.
God, I
Yeah.
feel so bad. I'm about to kill him. Oh, good.
At
Let's let him go shopping.
At least
first.
at least they'll die shiny.
Yep. Going out with the bling.
Okay,
Victorious
so
and shiny.
studded leather goes to Garrick, but he's over encumbered. You're at 8.5 out of 8 because you're carrying a battle axe, a knife, a longbow, flint steel,
Somebody
and
carrying
water
my
skin.
battle axe.
Do you want to you can stay over encumbered if you want. You don't have to go less. It's just when it gets
Yeah.
to,
No.
you're going to roll with it.
Yeah.
Okay. So Garrick's kitted out. Dira's kitted.
Yeah.
Dira, do you want a helmet?
I think I'm gonna be looking for a weapon.
Okay, you have a scimitar now. Scimitar now for Dira. What's your skill? You're a sword fight. That's your talent is sword. Path of the Blade. Dira is Path of the Blade. Yeah, so any kind of bladed weapon.
Wouldn't work for me then, right?
What's that?
A flail.
Correct. Yeah, that's a different
Okay.
style of weapon. Flail. Yeah, that's a blunt. You have an edged weapon, which is a sword, is an edged weapon, and flails are blunt, like crushing weapons, not cutting. Cool though, very cool.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
You can always put points into becoming whatever blunt master, or, blunt weapon master. I'm sure there's some sort of talent for that. You have Path of the Blade. I'm sure there's Path of the Blunt. I'm sure there's some sort of skill tree for that too. And there's probably some skill tree for a fighter who uses weapons in each hand. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
But
That'd be bad.
So do you want to stay? There's all kinds of other swords, but I don't know if they're really different. They all seem to be pretty much the same. It's just, what do you want it to look like? Okay, so
maybe I will go for a helmet then.
Okay.
Actually, instead.
So we've got the lightest one is a open helmet, which just has an armor rating of 2. Then you've got a studded leather cap. Oh, that's the lowest one. Armor rating of 1. It's just what it sounds like, a little leather cap. Or you've got an open helmet with like a chin strap. Then after that is a closed helmet, and that's like kind of a wrap around your head thing, and that's got an armor level 3, and that's a normal weight. Or your great helm, also normal weight, and that's like a full like crusader thing. You know what I'm saying? Like a full. If you wear that gives you an armor rating of +4. But if you wear that, it modifies. It messes with your scouting ability. Anytime you do scouting, it goes -2 to scouting because you can't see anything wearing that thing. So which one would you like?
I'll go with the closed.
Okay, very good. Closed helmet coming up. There you are. Now you have a closed helm. Wow, you're kitted out. So again, if someone wants to look up shields, when it gets to like using shields and using helmets, it's on page 105, 106, somewhere in there. Let's talk about armor and how to use it.
It doesn't talk about shields. It shows a little list of their bonuses, but I think it comes into play when you're like doing a move action, like a parry. If parrying stab, +2 with the shield.
So here's an
it gives you a
example.
bonus.
Okay, so here I'll just read. They have a little example in the manual about what they're talking about. So you have this in the example. The person's wearing armor and a helmet. So the person gets hit. So he rolls a gear dice, and he rolls. The player is hit by an angry minotaur's axe. The attack inflicts a whopping 4 points of damage, which is a lot. The player wears chainmail and an open helmet for a total armor rating of 8. So he rolls 8 gear dice, and he rolls a 6 and a 1. So since he negated 1, instead of taking 4 points of damage, it knocks it down to 3. And since he rolled a 1, it always knocks whenever you roll 1s on your armor, it decreases your armor rating. It means your armor starts getting beat up. And so he chooses to let his chainmail take the hit, and that's armor rating is decreased to 5. So it just means you just add, get to add that to your armor rating is what it sounds like.
Yeah, so you roll the armor dice.
So if
those are 8 chances to get a success, which takes off any damage you get.
Yeah, you can only wear one type of armor at a time, but you can combine body armor with a helmet. You add the armor rating of the helmet to your body armor before you roll. all helmets also have an extra effect. If you suffer, okay, so basically, yeah, whatever the helmet, shield, armor value is, you just add that to your dice pool and you roll all of those dice together because you're using all of it, okay? But then also it says here, helmets also have an extra effect. If you suffer one of the critical injuries, you roll a number of gear dice equal to the armor rating of the helmet. If you roll 6, then you, instead of taking a head, it's one of those like what happened to Corlin where he brained himself. He hit himself in the head and died. If you're wearing a helmet and you roll one of those ultra critical instant kill headshot things, you can roll your armor dice and you have a chance of having it just hit the helmet instead of hitting your brain and killing you. But
Man, I should have had a helmet.
it breaks the helmet. If you do that though, it breaks the helmet. Just saying. So that's another perk of wearing a helmet, is if on the off chance of braining yourself and getting killed, you can have it hit the helmet instead. Anyway, so does everyone have what they want?
Can I switch out my small shield for a large shield?
Absolutely.
Because I see it's like the same weight,
Absolutely.
and you can parry with both. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But then the bonus is it's a +2 to a +1.
Yeah.
Large shield coming up.
And it looks way cooler.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you want large instead of small? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very good.
Imagine I'd like carry it on my back, kind of thing.
All right. Anything else? Savages.
Yeah, pint of beer.
I mean,
Nice. Yeah, let's get
Augur's
to the tavern.
Augur's gone. Everyone's gone. You can go over there and grub out if you want. Or are we done
No
here?
one-
Okay,
I think we're
so
done with Smith,
you have successfully pillaged. Well, you didn't pillage, but the dragon did the pillaging for you. But now you've done the looting phase. All you criminals stole things. Okay.
Standard social unrest practice. That's great.
So now what? We'll say that whole thing took an hour.
Yeah, like
rooting
Dorian was saying, I'm
around.
thirsty. Let's head to the tavern.
Can.
Yeah, maybe we need to. You know, I mean,
Then
when
we'll
was the last
drown
time
our
we ate?
sorrows.
So you guys all want to go to Augur 7th Cousin's Tavern? Very well.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys, with your new shiny bling, you stroll through and you walk up to the tavern, and the doors flung wide open, and there's food on the table. People were mid-meal when this happened. And there's beer everywhere. There's ale, drafts of ale everywhere. What do you guys do?
I go and start eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not shy. I just eat
Right
whatever's on the plate right there.
What have we got here?
Grab a
I'll
cask
fit-
of ale.
I'll feel like the glasses and like look for the ones that's the coldest.
Yeah.
Still good.
That's good.
I
Okay.
have some
Yeah, it
sort
feels-
of
It's not stealing, we're helping clean up.
Yeah.
It was all
Don't
gonna
mind
go.
little boys.
It was all gonna go to waste.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
So all of you eat what you want or not. That's fine. Now, who all drinks?
Hmm. Yeah, who's the DD?
Nah. Does this count as water? It's a poison.
Does this count as water?
We're not
No.
gonna get dehydrated, are we?
Oh, no, we're drinking fluids. What do you
Yeah.
think all that West stuff is?
Exactly. It's wet, ain't it? Drink it. Like Mama Fratelli said.
Yeah.
So-
I love that.
So how many?
Yeah, I have a pint.
How many?
Maybe like 2.
Okay.
I'll have one and some food.
Okay.
I feel like Mike's looking at some tables right now.
Yeah, I know. I feel a little nervous because we got like a sleeping dragon out there. while we're doing all this.
Right.
Walking right into my trap.
Yeah.
You guys are so paranoid.
Oh no. I guess I'll drink you as well.
Okay.
Yeah. I like to make sure I was like, come on, Marcus. We're out having some. It's gonna go to waste anyway.
You're having a drinking game there.
Here's yeah. We like raise a toast to here's to my foot.
Yeah, nice.
What about Dira?
Here's to the
Yeah.
dragon.
Here's to Corrigan.
I'm just gonna keep eating.
I like
Nice.
that.
No drinks?
No drinks for Dira.
No, we don't give Dara drinks. You wouldn't like her when she drinks.
Yeah. You've seen her sober. My God, you've seen her sober.
If she enjoys inflicting pain when she's sober, then
I won't be able to feel it if I drink.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Okay, so you guys have a few responsible amount of alcohol and drink or eat your fill, and we'll say that's another hour. So now it's 3 p.m.
Check the register.
Go for it.
Yeah. That's what I do then.
There's
Goes around the barn.
12 silver in the register in Augur's Tavern.
I assume there's nobody there, right?
Yeah.
You haven't seen anyone.
Okay.
I take 10 of the silver.
Do you want to like?
Oh.
Yeah, okay. That's what I'm saying. It's like you guys just walk in and start. You didn't go upstairs. That's okay. So you. Well, I mean, remember when you guys did the baths upstairs? You've been in here. Yeah, we'll go with this. So you.
we should look around first.
Well, I mean,
Or
that
no,
was
it takes you
one.
back this-
That was one option you guys had. I mean, you could have done that.
After I'm done eating and drinking, then I'll go upstairs and look around.
You yell out loud. We weren't criming. We were just eating and drinking stuff that was left over. We haven't done any crime yet. Now we were gonna
Just cleaning up.
just helping to clean up.
Painted.
Okay. So, but Marcus goes and loots the till.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Then I'll just go out front and
Burp.
stand watch while you hooligans do what you do.
Just take a piss right off the porch.
Yeah.
Basically.
Let out a large belch.
Like the sound of that. Yeah.
I
So
would
when
like to
Marcus,
explore
so
upstairs.
when Marcus comes out, he's just kind of surveying and, like right in front of him on the other side of this, kind of main thoroughfare, again is like all just the dust has barely settled here of this mass migration of people, and in front of him on the other side of where he's standing on the other side of the tavern, facing out to the west, this is the last little part of Augerville before it just returns to rolling green plains, and the last thing the only thing between Marcus and this tavern and the rolling plains is the encampment of the Cord and the Galdane people, and they had all these set up pens and stables for all their horses, hundreds and hundreds of horses, and you can just see, they've all been. There's not one horse left. There's nothing here. Everything is gone. All the tents are still there of the Cords and the Galdanes. These are like portable, structures that can be moved around for a nomadic lifestyle, but they didn't do that. They left in a rush. But yeah, so as you're standing around observing things, waiting for everyone else inside, that's what you see.
Okay.
You see
Looked
no people.
upstairs and there's nobody upstairs.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well,
Here to head west when
Yeah.
you are.
yeah.
I need to go get my
Yeah,
horse
right.
from Wonder Woman.
Yeah, we better head
Horse
out.
from Wonder Woman.
I can't never remember her
Viridia.
name.
That's a
Viridia.
good name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Viridia.
I'm not leaving him.
We love you, Jag.
So what are we doing?
I think we'll just head out. Is it probably early evening at this point, right?
I'll say it's like 3 in the afternoon.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
guys
head out
spent
to try
you
to go
spent
get
an
our
hour
horses.
looting. You spent an hour eating and drinking, getting your fill. So you guys don't want to do anything else in town? Up to you.
I don't
No.
think so.
Okay.
Is there a jewelry store in this place?
No.
Oh, walk out looking like Flava Flav.
Yeah. Yeah. No. This is a war encampment. You know, this is built for a reason, and that's not one of the reasons. Okay, so okay. So yeah, you guys all head out to the west on foot, and you leave Amber's Peak. Let us transfer here. Sorry, one sec. Now we will. Where the heck is that? Sorry.
I feel like stuff's about to go down when scenery changes.
Well, I was gonna say,
Just going back to the map, just the overworld
Nice.
map here.
That's cool.
But I've got like 8,000 tabs here. Trying to.
That's awesome.
We've been on this one
Good.
for so long. I'm trying to find my OG tab.
we're gonna get to the west, and the Galdanes and all them. They're not gonna have Big Boss Man to tell them no. We're gonna walk into a war.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap. Yeah, they're like, dude, we're ready. We started. Where you been? Grab an axe. Let's go.
Okay, are we all here on the map?
Yes.
Except
Okay.
It looks black to me.
Completely. You don't see anything.
I don't see anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I see the map.
I see it.
That's weird. Yeah, I don't
Let
see
me.
it.
Okay.
There's-
Maybe.
There's a lot that's blacked out, but maybe try zooming in or out.
Yeah.
Joe.
Maybe try zooming out.
Yeah, I don't see. Tried that.
Okay. Let me just.
Well, I don't even see his marker.
Huh? It should just be the marker on Amber's Peak, the party marker, that blue little circle thing with the.
Yeah, I'm just saying how we can see everyone's mouse moving. I don't see George's.
Oh.
Yeah, that's weird.
I see you're a member of the party. Here, let me just. Garrick, let me just try to. Let me just try to delete you off the party and add you back real quick, and just to see if maybe it's just bugged out. Garrick is off. Now Garrick is back on. Okay. I mean, it shows you being in the party now, so you should be able to see blah, blah, blah.
I still don't see anything. That's weird.
Maybe log out of Foundry and back in, like relaunch
Yeah.
the game.
I can do that.
Okay. Yeah, why don't you just try that?
Okay.
But everyone else sees normal. You have your your fog of war and stuff like so. If we were, it's been a minute since we've been on the map. So, just a quick recap. Any of the hexes that are exposed right now are places that you guys have been, and I've put a little white dot on the map to signify to show everyone. Just so that what that means mechanically is that if you go back to a hex that you've already investigated or traveled through, then you don't need to do a roll to see lead the way roll, which the lead the way roll is the one where you navigate the terrain and figure out how to safely pass through. You don't need to do one of those if you've already gone through. Now, if you go to a hex that you've not been before, then obviously yes, you have to do a roll.
Oh, there we go. All good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, great.
Very good. So,
Who's me?
all they said was head west, and you see You guys see trail of the mass exodus heading to the northwest.
Wow.
Like this direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you guys want to head that way?
Yeah, I mean that's probably where Jag is, right?
Yeah.
From all
we
the
need to get our horse.
all that you can tell, yeah, the whole town I mean, to be fair, people ran all ways. I mean, it was just get the hell out. They all ran to the west because that's the only way to leave, I mean, they could have gone south. What you see is the vast majority of people, the tracks head to the northwest, but there are tracks heading north, there's tracks heading due south, there's tracks heading southwest. But the vast majority of what you see, the tracks are heading to the northwest. So is that the way you guys want to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you
I
guys
agree.
head out this way. Very good. Now, lead the way roll not required, but I do need a keep watch roll.
Let's see.
Who wants to do it?
Everybody or Do you-
You
do you-
remember you assign yourself in the party screen you open up the party tab, and one of you can take that job and click it to roll it, and I think it's your scouting is what it's actually using, but yeah, you can just click it in the party tab.
I can do that if you guys want. Keep watch.
Go for it.
Don't matter.
Oh, I should probably do. I don't have it. That's good.
No. Come on, Garrick.
Should probably push it. Push it real good. Ooh,
Ooh, nice.
yeah.
Dang.
So Garrick was able to, succeed, but why did it hurt your brain to do so? What was going on?
Imagine, maybe it's the beer and the bad
Yeah, you're like-
bit of cheese that started getting to me, and I wasn't completely focused, but
Okay.
I pulled it together.
Yeah, so the beer fog, maybe he said he had 2, but maybe he had more than
Lost
2.
count?
Yeah, maybe he kind of forgot about a few sips here and there. So yeah,
He's
Struggle.
drinking whatever was on the table.
yeah, he just, one is, what is it? One is one too many. One more is never enough. Yeah, so he maybe has had a little too much. So he really had to sit and concentrate looking around, but so what you see where you're the one in charge of keeping the party safe and looking for threats, you don't see sign of any hostile threat, but you do see that the trail, and it's not, you don't even need to roll for it, but I mean the trail definitely continues to head west, and it looks like this is like a mass exodus. The path that you guys followed was like mass exodus. The vast majority of the town went this way. But at this point, what you see is it looks to be, as best as you can tell, equal part horse and human print and cart tracks and stuff. It's all seems to be fairly evenly dispersed. Half of them go to the northwest and half of them go to the southwest. From
Oh,
here.
shit.
From here.
Yeah. Oh, shit,
Interesting.
that's right.
And we can't see anybody from this perspective, right?
No.
Does one path have more horses and wheel tracks than the other?
If you want to give me it wouldn't be a roll. You can't really tell. It just looks like an even amount of traffic. You can't distinguish how many horses, how many footprint. You see, what I'll say is you see both going both ways. You see cart, horse, and footprints going in both of these directions. You can't really get any more detail than that. It's just too hard to say.
And Viridia, she didn't say what way she was going, just west, right?
Yeah, just, meet up with us. We're heading west, whatever I said, meet back up in the west. And she just booked it, and she was beyond incensed that you guys return to this town. Yeah, she booked it. So you guys mechanically now, so it's 3. If you guys have moved 1 hex on open terrain like this, like the fields, the open grasslands like this, that's easy traveling. You guys can go 2 hexes in a half day. So if you go again, it's gonna be 9 o'clock in the evening. Whenever you get to where you're going, if you guys want to continue right now, if you want to continue traveling.
Yeah, I say we keep going.
Yeah,
Or
which
if we
way
end
though?
up, then we'll just have to decide to make camp.
Can we tell how far? Huh? I mean, I guess all this went down like kind of in the morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so they got to be like.
Well, it happened at noon.
You know?
It happened like remember the ritual started
okay.
at high noon is when it started, and that's when like everyone ran away, so
Oh, okay.
trying to like not dick with the timeline too much, but I mean these people aren't like traveling. The reason they're so much farther ahead of you is not because I'm trying to like play gimmicky games with like the travel time. It's just they were like hauling ass sprinting. You guys are like not. You guys are just traveling at a medium pace, if you know the reference.
Okay.
They're
but they're not too far ahead of us.
They're not. They can't be that far. They can't be that much further ahead of you. But they were like hauling full sprint, evacuating. You guys are just traveling at a regular rate. That's why. So they're not going to be. They can't be that much more ahead of you. I'll put it that way.
If we were Chords, which way would we go? You say
So
northwest versus southwest?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so it's like 2 hexes that we haven't been in.
I say
Right.
we go northwest.
1 vote
Hey,
for
dude,
northwest.
Let's flip a coin.
We could.
Pull out one of your silver. Flip the coin.
Where are you trying to go? Who are you trying to meet? Viridia and Jag, right? In the
Yeah.
cart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chords.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at this point, it's a guess. I mean, we can't
We can
deduce
look
anything,
for
right?
cart tracks.
They both have them.
They both I mean, you guys aren't the only people with a cart, like I mean, all the vendors and all the, merchants and the food vendors and everything. I mean, they took their stuff just the same as you took Jag and the horse and booked it. People didn't like pack up their but they took their anything that was already on wheels and ready to go. They took that stuff, but stuff that was bolted down to the floor, they just said screw it and they left that stuff. Yeah, so you see wheel tracks, wagon tracks going both of these options.
I don't get it.
So-
Why did they split up? I don't.
Well,
That's a
Like,
narrative.
maybe
That's a narrative thing.
named Chords.
And
hey,
we're
if-
assuming they split up. Maybe they didn't.
Well, they said they would be to the west, so let's just head to the west.
Be more specific. To the northwest or to the southwest? You can't go due west mechanically because of the hex system.
Or the train.
Trying to figure it out.
Hey, you-
So you want to go
You know-
northwest and then back down one, so
Yeah.
that we end up exactly west.
if we go northwest, we'll be heading back in the direction of Snakeskins.
True.
If we want to stop by there. I don't know.
That's true.
You'll be heading that way.
Yeah, northwest gives
I
us
feel like it's
closer
possible
to.
either way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can I use my Pathfinder talent in any way to help us determine which way to go?
Read it or throw it to this chat. Like open up your Pathfinder and throw it to the chat. Let's review. Pathfinder, you are a master at finding the right path in the wilderness.
Sounds good.
Or I have. So I'm gonna throw up this one too.
Path of the Forest. Survival. When you forage, lead the way.
I don't know if that would.
Doesn't really apply.
Pathfinders, maybe in the
Pathfinders. I mean, if it was something to do with like tracking or, stalking your prey or something like that, I would go for it. But this is just like, you can find your way around the rocks and the crevices and the peaks and the valleys and the landslide potentials. You know your way around the landscape, so you're not gonna walk yourself into something that's gonna harm you because the earth is unsteady. Basically, that's how the smartest path to get through places without damaging yourself or risking harm to yourself. That's how I read that.
But to tell the difference between horses and carts and which faction or army they're part of.
It's not like there's Galdane footprints and Cord footprints. You know what I mean? They're Galdane horseshoes and Cord. It's not like that. You know what I mean? They all, because this was one armory that was spitting out all the shields, all the stuff for both. I mean, they're all using the same gear, the same kit. So there's no way to tell by footprints and whatnot. You just
I vote we go northwest.
All right.
Sounds good.
So we're gonna be, if we go, then we're gonna be fast forwarding to the nighttime is the right time. Are we all good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. So now we are here. So now I need a lead the way, because you are now in new territory.
You guys want me to do that? I'll use my Pathfinder.
Sure.
Yeah, you've been doing a good job.
There it is. Pathfinder. Oh, you said it too soon.
We're doing a good job.
I guess I'll push it. Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh,
Does
Mike.
somebody else want to take over? I imagine that I'm just like,
Excuse
the food
me.
is getting to me or something.
Excuse me while I whip out this table, this fail table. Excuse me.
Oh,
me-
oh,
I think we should split up.
Yeah.
then
That's
these guys are all
amazing.
secretly like drawing back from me, like, dude, he's gone. Let him go.
Let's see what you did. What did you do? There's a table for that.
Is it specifically
George literally ran away. Oh, there he is.
leading the way failure?
Okay. So as you're it is now nighttime is the right time. Darkness is set. And let me get the time. So yeah, we're at 9 o'clock. And as the darkness crept in and you guys were wandering otherwise very easy terrain, you guys have been through this. All you guys have seen so far, other than a little bit of swamp that you actually turned into the Sahara Desert, everything else you guys have seen so far has just been rolling, easy, peaceful grassland, and this is no different. But what happens here is, as you guys are walking and the darkness falls, cloud cover starts accruing, and it ends up being extremely thick fog. It gets to where visibility is really reduced, and it actually is such a, if you think about it, you just witnessed an event that was quite apocalyptic and tragic and, unreal, like bewildering, like those people who were in shock. You guys, despite the fact that you voluntarily all went back to the scene of this, and you chose to go back and you did things. You guys made decisions. Now, when you guys have escaped and you guys can like look back behind you and you see Amber's Peak and you're like, man, what the hell's going on around here? Like, he's got fire demons, he's got an army, he wants us to join him. What the hell's going on around here? And now you guys are far enough away and kind of alone now, and when all these things kind of start weighing on you, and now this fog just completely covers all of you, and you can't see anything, and it's just an extremely depressing and gloomy situation that you guys are in, and all of you take 1 empathy damage. So please, everyone, update your sheet with 1 empathy damage.
Sorry, guys.
Let me know when your sheets are all updated.
Mine.
Updated.
We're all gonna die anyway. Oh. we're like all.
I don't want to die in the dark. Okay, so I will, since I'm nice, if you guys want to set up camp, I'll say that one of you can set up camp in 3 hours and have it done by midnight. Or do you guys want to keep going?
I don't know. I can set up camp. I mean, we're hurt, or at least I am. I know I am.
Yeah, I could use a camp. So, I mean, we don't see signs of anybody. It's just getting foggy and dark, and it's
Now
just like...
you can't see anything.
Ah, shit.
Yeah,
Can we still see
best.
track?
You
Can
can't.
we still
I mean,
Get the shit out of that camp.
you sure did.
Marcus,
I've got one job on
trying
this.
to get something.
I've got one job in this stupid party, and I'm gonna do it. Yeah,
Nice.
you definitely
he doesn't even
see.
consult anybody.
You see the tracks that you guys do see that Garrick was leading you guys through, clear as day, and obviously much fresher and more recent. But then this fog just slammed down, and now you just can't see, and now it's dark. You guys are going to be tired here it's the end of the long ass crazy day. You guys obviously, if you want to push, you can push through, but now it's going to be very slow going trying to fight through this fog because you can't see 10 feet in front of you. And it's dark. So with that, it sounds like you guys want to make camp, and Marcus just rolled it.
Nice.
So-
Good job.
Successful.
So if we're gonna do that, and it sounds like we just did, so now it's gonna take Marcus until midnight. So now we'll say it's midnight. Camp is made. All of you are now tired. You guys have all been awake for a long ass time. So what do we want to do?
I'm gonna sleep.
Yeah,
And we didn't do we did a lead the way, but we didn't do we need
Watch.
you need to do a keep watch.
I'll keep watch.
Okay. We'll say I forgot. So this will be before you guys made camp. Yeah, we need a keep watch roll, please.
And here we are. Oh no!
Remember,
No.
That's not an awesome roll.
I'm gonna push it.
Remember, as a dwarf, you can push things as much as you want, as long as you have willpower.
Yeah.
I don't know how much willpower you guys have. You can.
Oh
Come
god.
on.
Hey, you haven't got
I've
a one
willpower
yet.
of 8.
Yeah.
Well, how do I keep pushing? I can't physically. Keep
Can
pushing.
you? I see. I'm looking at the chat. Can you just click the push button again up above?
I don't.
Oh, I see. Keep watch doesn't.
Yeah, I don't see any push button.
Oh, maybe you
Can I just roll it again? Maybe I should just keep rolling it.
Oh yeah, like roll it again as like you're doing it for the
What
first time.
So what did you roll? You rolled 2d6, right?
Yeah, 2d6. I didn't get a 1 or a 6.
Yeah, so roll. Yeah, go ahead. Well, because one's a wits and one's a trait and one's a skill. So if you roll a 0 on your, if you roll a 1 on your wits, you're supposed to take damage. But if you know what I'm saying, like
He didn't roll any.
well,
It
I'm
shows
just
a
saying,
4 and a 4 and a
I
5
know.
and a
I'm
5.
saying if he pushes and he starts rolling ones, now. Okay, go ahead. If you want to push it, roll 2d6. Spend a will.
Am I doing it? Am I doing it right? I hit the keep watch button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
The
if you
second one?
just do it again.
Okay.
There you go. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so did you spend 1 willpower point off your sheet?
No, it doesn't look like it changed.
You have to manually spend it.
Oh.
Because you're using
okay.
you're using your dwarven ability. Okay, so you are determined ass.
Just
So
one.
yeah, you spent you
Okay.
you rolled once and failed. You pushed and failed again. But now with your dwarf determination, you spent a willpower point, rolled it a third time, and now you have a success. And you didn't accrue any banes, you didn't hurt yourself. You didn't lose any stats. Okay, so good job. So yeah,
so that was like 1 willpower.
That's
used
correct.
or
Every
something?
time you want to
Okay.
push. Every time you push it, you have to spend 1. So you did. Very good. Okay, so yeah, you keep as you guys came in, Garrick. I mean, it's not he led you into, but just the mist fell, the fog fell, and as far as you can tell, you didn't see any signs of anything out there trying to harm you. You couldn't, but to be fair, you can't really see because the fog is thick now. So you'd be surprised if anything could see in this because it's just so blanketing. So yeah, so you did that very good. Now it's midnight. Everyone's tired. Who's doing what? What are we doing here from midnight to 6 a.m.? Who wants to do what?
Who's all doing the best? Dira looks the best.
Up so people
One of
can
us.
sleep.
So Dira's going to stay up and keep watch?
Yeah.
Okay, so Dira will... Dira, on your sheet then, will you tick off the tired? Check that off on your sheet so that you show yourself being tired.
Sleepy.
Should be on the main page if I recall. On the
It
Sleepy?
is called sleepy, right?
or yeah, sleepy is what I mean. Yeah, sleepy. Okay, very good. I see that. Now, what about the other 3? What do you guys want to do?
I like to sleep if I can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to sleep.
So all 3. Okay, all 3 of you sleep. Dira keeps watch. Go ahead,
Wake
Dira.
us if anything happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Dira, go ahead and give a keep watch roll for me, please. Oh, look at those
Ooh.
dice. Good grief.
Damn. Like
Man.
a champ.
Only thing I can do.
Fine. Okay.
It's good enough.
Morbidly, disfigure people with a smile on your face.
It's a skill like any other. Okay, so
She's very aware.
Dira stokes the fire at night, and everyone sleeps in the tent that Marcus put up for everyone. It's this huge pavilion, honestly, that you guys can all sleep in with ease. And it's a quiet night. There's just the fog does not move. It is like you don't know if it's off the swamp to the north, like where this fog front came from. It just appeared, and you guys are thick in it. And so it is a very silent, cold night, unless you're right near the fire or in your tent. It's a very silent and cold night, and not a sound to be heard. It's dead silent, and Dira sits there in the silence and the stares at the fire, and the rest of you sleep.
Nothing
Do you
happens.
want to do anything, Dira, while you're keeping watch? Do you want to anything at all?
Oh, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna stay focused.
Okay.
Being obnoxiously loud.
Yeah.
Nice. Sharpen your blades.
Yeah. There we go. Just sharpen my blades. Keep watch.
Check out your new chainmail. Okay, very good. So yeah, the evening passes in without incident, and morning comes. It is now 6 in the morning. Dira is definitely tired. And how long? I'm trying to remember. How long can you? So the Marcus, Dorian, and Garrick are all fully restored. All their stats, all your stats, strength. You are replenished after resting. Did we lose George?
No. Yeah, I don't know.
So let's see. Okay, there he's back. Okay. Yeah, so the 3 boys of the group here all have their stats restored, and Dira has the sleepy condition. And then how long can you be awake before you remember Garrick was
I think
awake?
it's an extra day before you start taking damage.
Well, one of them is you get so sleepy that you have to pass out, and you can't even stay awake anymore at some point. I don't recall how long you have to stay awake before you just collapse out of
Might have
exhaustion.
been the 3rd day or 4th day awake.
Okay. It's not, I know it's not now. So Dira's sleepy. Morning is here. There's the fog is gone. I mean, it's cloudy still, but you can see again. And what do we want to do now? You guys need to eat this morning. You guys all ate.
Yeah.
The last meal was when Dira knocked that kid over and stole his food. Yesterday morning was the last time you guys ate. Or no,
no, we
you
ate
guys
the
ate.
tavern.
Yeah, that's right. You guys ate at the tavern. Okay, so you're good. You guys don't have to eat, and I'll say you guys have to drink water because all you guys drank was beer. So you don't have to do a food roll.
yeah.
You don't have to do a food roll till tonight. That's fine. But then you all give me a water roll, please.
Do I have to since I was sober?
Yeah. Just because it's been a day since you've had any water. Yes, we'll say, everyone please give me a water roll. Okay. Rehydrated without incident, and you guys all ate last night, so you're fine on that. Okay. So what you see, the fog is lifted, and you see the tracks. You see the tracks now head due south. They're not heading. They're not heading west anymore. You don't see any tracks heading west. You see tracks. They were heading that way, and they're kind of following the contours of the terrain in a logical way. Because these people were just hauling butt. Taking the easiest path as the terrain allows them. All generally heading westward though. But now at this point, you guys break camp and tear down and ready to move again. And you're following. I'll say, Garrick's leading the way again, following the tracks where you're just trying to find these people. And at some point, there's an obvious and sudden 90-degree turn to the south, and the tracks are now heading, all the cart tracks, the horse tracks, the people tracks, everything is now heading due south.
Yeah, I'd like to follow it.
If we hang tight, how long would Jira have to rest to lose the sleepy condition?
6 hours. Has to rest for.
Okay.
You have to, almost everything in the game is a 6-hour thing. So yeah, if you want,
we can wait.
1 point of wits damage per day.
We can wait till tonight.
Or like noon?
It's not until tonight that she gets wits damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait to move until tonight, or
yeah, she'll be tired, but she can make it without taking any damage until midnight tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that
I
sounds
think
right. That sounds right.
The sleeping one is when you're broken, when your wits break.
That's yeah. Okay, so here I just pulled it up. So you need to sleep for at least 1/4 day each day. After 1 day without sleep, you become sleepy. Sleepy has several effects. Effect number 1: you cannot recover wits except through magic. So if you start taking wits damage, there's no way to heal it unless you have magic. If your wits are broken while you're sleepy, you must sleep for 1/4 day in order to get back up. So that's the first effect. The second effect is if you're sleepy, you suffer 1 point of damage to your wits every day. If the damage breaks your wits, you have to collapse and sleep. And then as soon as you slept for 1/4 day, you are no longer sleepy. So it's very mild, honestly. I mean, it takes forever.
Yeah.
So that's everything the rules say about being sleepy. So yeah, you've got 18 hours left before you start really getting mechanical detriment happening to you. So with that being said, the tracks are heading due south.
I vote we follow him.
Yeah.
Okay. So the party heads out and just following the tracks on foot. Give us a lead the way and a keep watch, please.
All right. I shall lead the way. I'm way better now. Should be. So
Success.
we just do it?
Oh, Dira did a keep watch with success. Very
Oh,
good.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Way better after some rest.
Dang, look at that. 4
You're-
successes.
You're born for this.
Need
Oh,
something special. 4 successes, maybe.
didn't it say? Huh. That's just funny. I mean, we just had your talent pulled up, Path of the Forest. When you forage, hunt, or lead the way, you will succeed automatically if you spend a willpower point. You can roll first and then you can roll first and then spend a willpower point later if you fail the roll. So this whole thing about the fog coming in, if you didn't want that to if you wanted to succeed, even though you've pushed and failed, you could have spent a willpower point with your talent and forced it to succeed. That's just funny. I mean, it didn't really do anything, but it's just one of those. Keep your talents in mind because they do things. Okay, so you succeed. Okay, a full success across the board. So what you see is, and we'll say it's 9 o'clock in the morning now. Okay. So you come to this hex. And since you succeeded on the keep watch, I would imagine Dira is up. Well, she's not on the horse, but she's walking around, and she does have that spyglass. And she's using that and kind of like scouting ahead a little bit. Like Garrick and Dira are kind of up front. Garrick, the one finding the right way over the hills and stuff, and Dira coming up to whatever high points. I mean, it's a grassland rolling hills. There's not that many high points, but the high points that there are, Dira scrabbling up those and looking around. And what she sees is you come over a crest and you do see the entire encampment. You see Cords, you see Galdanes, you see people, the townspeople. They've all kind of mustered together in a makeshift encampment. It's their version of a, like these nomadic people. They're used to this. They don't have all their fancy tarps and everything, but they have enough to make an encampment. And you see them, and the way you keep watch, you succeed because I'll say Dira is at the top of this crest and spots this from a long way off with the spyglass. And the three of you come up alongside her, and all of you see the people, and I'm guessing you guys want to approach. You don't.
I think
All you see is you just see all these a mass of humanity and horses everywhere. It's that far away where with the naked eye, you just see these people that you've been looking for. And the tracks that you guys are following jive right with it. I mean, they're all going to where you see all these people. That's what you see with the naked eye.
I think one of us should go in there, and potentially the one person maybe that was seen the least in all of our events. That's my vote. To get Jag in the cart, right? I think we have to confront Viridia to get it.
Oh.
What do you guys think?
Yeah. I mean, I could go.
Still my
That's funny.
vote.
I was gonna suggest you just to be an ass, and I think Marcus should go.
Marcus should go. Yeah, that sounds.
So do you guys?
Yeah.
So does Marcus just volunteer to go, or do you guys want to do
Yeah.
something where like, you roll for it or draw straws, or does Marcus just want to go?
I'll just go.
Okay.
Take
So
them down the hill.
and the three of you all stay up in this little kind of like little high point in the terrain and just watch what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm trying to think of how far away this would really be that you could see with a spyglass.
God, it's gotta be a mile or two.
Yeah, I mean, a hex is a mile.
The hexes,
No, 6 miles.
yeah, the hexes are like 6.5, 7 miles across. They're enormous.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
Okay.
huge. That's why.
That's
Yeah,
all.
they're very large. I'll say this is. I'll say that it's far enough away that you guys can't hear anything. Even all the hustle and bustle of however many hundreds and hundreds of people and all these animals, you guys are far enough away when you see it that you can't hear anything. That's how far away you are. Okay, so Marcus starts descending down this little high point, walking along the grasslands, and I'll say he gets a few thousand yards away, so still quite a bit away, and you hear screaming and shouting and screaming.
Okay. Everyone keep your panties on. Here comes the healer.
I'm here.
It's still too far. You're still too far away that you can't really see any. But you hear sounds, and it's not just the calm sounds of a little group of people sitting around. Like it's a sound of conflict, is what you hear. Do you want to continue?
It's because of you?
Do you want to?
I'm waving at them since, they got the spyglass and they're obviously watching me. I wave them to come with me. Be like, come on.
Okay. So
I
Marcus
point at the
Bring Jag.
group,
Marcus signals
I-
back to
I-
the group. What does the group
and
do?
then I point at the encampment and then start like running around in circles with my hands up, like, ah!
So do we see anything? Can we tell like what or why they're screaming?
I will say if you.
We just need to get closer.
Yeah, even with the spyglass, they're so far away you can see them. If you get closer, you can figure it out.
Man, I just have this vision of us like looking through the spyglass and seeing Marcus. He's like, "Oh, I think he's trying to say they're having a party." We should
We should
I
come
like have
down.
no idea what he's trying to say.
Everything's fine.
There's like a
That's awesome.
rave or something going.
Yeah, I'd like to go get closer
Okay.
to figure out like who or what they're excited or freaking out about.
Okay.
Yeah, if he motions us down, yeah, I go.
So as you guys start walking, I mean the fog was there last night, and as the morning has progressed, the fog is cleared, but There's overcast clouds rolling in now, and it's starting to rain. Starting to get rainy and sloshy and sloppy. And now it's pouring. You know, you guys have a little trek to go here, so it's like pouring down rain.
Oh shit.
So you guys just want to like approach slowly and cautiously, I'm guessing, as you do.
Yeah.
Are
As
we
we
that
do.
predictable?
I mean, who knows? Maybe you guys just want to like run in with your swords out and just say, "Who can we kill?" Okay, so
Paranoid and cautious.
so as you
Random person watching the mayhem, freaking out, and somebody just come up to him and starts shanking him.
that's awesome.
Calm down.
So so the four of you approach, do you because some of you guys have sneaking abilities, do you guys want to try to be sneaky, or do you want to just
I
walk
would
up
like, be
like
stealthy.
okay,
Yeah. Didn't
I like
we
to-
train?
see how
I
I'm
like to
helping
come-
see how I'm helping you guys play? I'm like, oh, don't some
I
of you guys
know.
have stealth?
Just reminding us of some minutia. No, I
You're-
don't.
yeah.
So
Thank you.
You're too.
does anyone want to just walk up straight as can be, and does some of you guys want to be sneaky? And do you guys
I want to swing to the right
okay?
and use my stealth
Yeah. Me too. I want to stealth
by like
as well.
100 yards or so of Marcus.
Yeah, I don't have stealth. And the last time I did that, I got surprised by a fire lady. So I might just walk straight up, just
Okay.
cautiously.
But remember,
Dude, your advantage-
as a human, just because it's a stealth roll doesn't mean you have to use the
Yeah.
stealth skill. You can spend a willpower point and use some other skill that you're actually good at, if you can explain why that other skill is applicable right now. So I'm just saying you can if you want.
Bible,
Mark,
Oh, yeah.
you're a coward.
I think
Ouch.
performance at this point. You have your hands up and just own it. You know, just
Start running through the group of people. Oh my god, everything's going to shit.
So
yeah.
okay, so it sounded like Dorian and Garrick are definitely going to try a stealth, and then Marcus, are you going to also try some version of stealth yourself as well?
And no, I'm just gonna walk up. If
Okay,
anything happens, I'll just cold snap and then cheese it.
sounds good. Dira, what about?
I'm gonna try and stealth.
Oh, okay, very good. So, all those who are trying to stealth, please roll for me. Good lord, who is that?
It's
Dang,
all
I think that was me. Oh.
Everyone
oh
has
my God.
failed. Oh my god,
Jesus.
Garrick failed
Somebody
bad
take
too.
a picture.
Screenshot
I'm
that.
gonna push mine.
That's awesome,
Okay, so
Oh,
Dorian has
God.
succeeded, but he took a little agility damage.
dude. I'm not even gonna push that. Screw that.
Man,
No.
that's brutal.
I'm too tired.
Okay. So wow, that's awesome. Okay, so Dorian is the lone stealth. Very good. And then the other two of you failed and Marcus didn't even try. So now do you guys I heard like going around, like are you guys trying to split up per se, or what are you guys trying to? It's just a mass of people. So as you guys get closer, okay, you guys are approaching this encampment. There's no walls to this encampment. It's not like that built up of a. It's just where the people have parked, basically, and set up their rudimentary dwellings. Okay, so as you guys are approaching, you guys are getting closer, and you guys are getting closer. You're hearing these screams. You hear ching ching. You hear weapons. You hear the sounds of violence and screaming and shouting and hollering. And as you get closer, now you can just see plain as day these horse people are fighting each other. There's Galdanes and there's Galdanes against Cords, and it's an all-out. From all you can tell, it's an all-out battle. They are no longer. They're far from Zertorm now. They don't know. You just see fighting. Fighting is finally boiled over and broken out between these groups. is what you see.
Why not
Just
you?
blindly running through this, sucker punching just random people.
Dude,
Can I
you're
like to
gonna
stay
die.
back and pull out some popcorn or something and just
So what do
enjoy
we?
the show?
So I will say all of you, Galdane people and Cord people have seen you, except for no one's seen Dorian yet. But everyone else has been seen. It's just that they don't really give a crap right now because they're all fighting. They're like, oh my god, these people are back, but you don't even know. These are people that you've seen in the town, but you've never spoken to. But it's just like, oh, I recognize that guy. Oh, this guy was the tent guy at Viridia's. That's the guards at Viridia's tent. I recognize them. You guys did go down to the Galdane camp, and I'm pretty sure you guys did, and you saw some of them briefly. You're like, oh, okay, I recognize that guy. So there's people that you have seen, if not really interacted with, and you recognize people, and they definitely recognize you. But they're busy fighting each other. They're not really. They're just like noticing you mid-fight, and then they don't care anymore right now. But no one. So the three of you are seen, but no one has seen Dorian yet.
That's because there's so many people and everyone's fighting. He's waist high.
That's right.
Nobody's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
notice
true.
him.
Everyone's
That's
kung.
what
I
Everyone's
was
kung fu
thinking.
fighting. Okay, so with that being said, what do we want to do?
I want
I want to
to
try to look. Yeah, look for Jag. Let's look for the Jag in the cart and get out.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
We-
steal some stuff on the way.
so Dorian,
manipulate the situation.
say that again.
We can manipulate the situation, right? Get everyone's attention. Be like, Zertorm was successful, and he has a message that's brought to you by us. Be like, he wants you to help
go home.
Arvia out and take on that stronghold.
Dude, that's great. That's awesome. Go with it. Go with it.
I'm all about roles and
Marcus,
How-
what is your performance? Oh, you have
performance.
0 performance.
how do you you can absolutely try.
I
So
have
first
0
off,
performance.
now that you know
What was best performance?
now you know how badly these clans have been wanting to war against each other, and now they finally are, after however many years or decades of them being forced into a peace by their prophet has forced them to not fight, and now they're actually fighting. With that, it's not like these people are just they're getting into a scrap over a traffic violation fight. Like, these people have hated each other for decades, more than you even understand. These people groups these clans have fought since back when they were in Asleen, before they even came to the Forbidden Land. These people hate each other. These clans hate each other, and they're blood enemies. And now their prophet has forced them to get along and coexist. But now he's gone, and now the tensions and all the stress, everything, they're boiled over, and now they're just attacking each other. So with all that kind of that's the magnitude of what's going on here. They're not just pissy matching fighting. They're like blood feuds. Okay, so with that level of severity and seriousness of this fight, if you want to try something like this, which you absolutely can try, what are you gonna do? How does if you guys want to do this, tell me how you attempt it.
Yeah, Marcus, I think you're totally right with this motive, and I think pulling on the fact that Zertorm has given us orders, and given us orders to go to the Dwarven stronghold Vond and help the Arvia take it over. That's his orders now.
So you're gonna try to lie to them about that?
I don't know. I mean, that's an idea.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well, I'm just making sure you guys understand. Zertorm never said anything like that.
Sure he did.
Well, he did
That's what I
use
heard.
them.
That's what I'm. Okay, so because at this, I'll just say, maybe I shouldn't say and just make you roll for it. But at the same time, Zertorm has already commanded these people never to fight each other, but here they are disobeying him. So why would, you know what I mean? These people already know they're not supposed to fight each other, but I'm just saying. Maybe.
Dragon.
So yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm tired of giving you guys hints and helping you. So do what you're gonna do.
That's awesome. That's good. No,
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
I love this
think
idea.
they
I
need
love this
direction
idea.
and a mission.
Yeah, I love this idea. So you just have to roll. Tell me what you're gonna do and roll it, and win, or else.
Take it, Marcus. What do you want to do?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. We'll start singing.
Start singing?
Yeah. Don't roll me.
Are you clowning or are you gonna really do this?
No, I'm not gonna really start singing.
God.
Somebody's gonna just come running past me and knock me out or something.
No.
Like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? They'll be like, all right, truce. Let's kick this guy's ass first, and then we can start
Anybody?
again.
Have manipulation? No, nobody has manipulation.
Who are you gonna
Or
manipulate?
performance. I don't know. Just
It's
the
a.
masses.
I'm trying to really think of like how many people are in this each group. I mean, I think there's like,
Yeah.
I would say there's 200. I have no idea. The book doesn't say. I'll just say there's 200 on both sides. There's 200 fighters on each side. No, that's not enough. There's 500 fighters on each side. The Galdanes in court. So there's 1,000 people at least in the middle of like wailing on each other.
Yeah, Marcus, I think if you come at it and give the message of Zeratorm and use some sort of spell just as a razzle-dazzle, dude, I think you're going to have everybody, at your fingertips. And then we'll give him a command that supposedly Zeratorm gave him. And I don't know whether it's what he wanted or not.
Or maybe we could
Cross
take
that bridge
a more honest approach and just say, hey, stop fighting each other and come with us. Take
What
the
I'll say,
stronghold.
so as you guys are like observing this, and again, Dorian is still hidden. Dorian is unseen. Maybe I'll say Dorian notices this because are you trying to still continue to get closer to the group here, Dorian, or are you just staying out as far away as everyone else is? Are you like trying to infiltrate and get closer?
No, I'm trying to stick with the group,
Okay.
I think. But we'll not too far from the group, but I am trying to look for Jag.
Okay.
The cart.
Yeah, see if
So you're
close
like,
to us.
so maybe Dorian is the one who doesn't see this because he's just like laser focused on trying to find your horse and all your armament, your armory. So he's looking for that and no one's seeing him. But the rest of you can tell now that you're like looking. At first it was just swords and screaming and shouting, but now that you're looking, when these people are actually, the swords are like cutting people and hitting and yeah, there's clanging and screaming and shouting, but you're not seeing any killing. Like when these people are, what you see is like the victor he's like a cord fighter has disarmed a Galdane, and the Galdane is like on his knees in front of him, and this is all very quick, and the cord will come and like grab his hair and like cut his hair off, his long hair, like he'll cut that off and like hold it and then like throw it on the ground, and then that Galdane on the ground is now nothing else happens to him. He's like defeated, like it's some sort of like ritualistic. They're definitely fighting and there's blood, but there's not. You guys don't see any killing happening that you can see. It's just stuff like this where like once one of the belligerents in the fight, once he wins, the other person is like disarmed, or like cut like across his legs or something, like a kind of a signifying thing, like you have been defeated, like, but not fatally killed. Just that's what you're seeing is like, as the fight goes on, there's more and more people who become non-combatants because they've been disarmed or dishonored in such a way that they must not fight anymore. It's taking a long time because there's 1,000 people. There's a ton of people, but you're not seeing any corpses with like people stabbed in the throat and murdered. You're not seeing any of that.
Bunch of hippies.
Dearest, so pissed.
Where's the pain in the infliction?
Well, there's pain. There's pain. I mean, there's blood. I mean, people are getting cut and stabbed, like non-fatally stabbed and
It's a
slashed.
flesh wound.
Yes, basically they're all just severe flesh wounds, but that's what they are. So the three of you see that. What do you do?
I think Marcus still get their attention with some sort of magic spell, and then you got them at your fingertips. Then you can command using the Zertorm message idea.
Yeah, do a blizzard.
Yeah. Cold snap, cold shield.
What do
Sorry,
you
I'm
got?
looking at your sheet. Frostwalker. Ooh. I don't know what all these do.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
You had a great idea. Roll with it. That's awesome.
It doesn't have to be magic. I mean, you can. I mean,
Oh, you can do whatever. Yeah. Just your voice is magic. No, just kidding.
start streaking,
Hey,
oil myself
whatever
up,
Zertorm.
The hell?
and then start running. Can't catch me! Oh!
Oh no.
I mean, I guess I just could create a snow cave in the middle of the battle. Just to.
that's like an igloo, if you recall.
Well, yeah. I'm aware, but if there's
Okay.
like a
Magic.
random igloo just appears out of nowhere, gonna catch people's attention, then I can climb up on top and be like, "Hey!"
I don't know. Yeah. Is there any other?
If you recall, like I mean, this group does have magic wielders in the group who taught you, so they're not like they're not completely, like razzle dazzled
not
by
like-
magic. I mean, it's like they've seen stuff here and there. They're not. You're not. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
know, they're not gonna be like if a mage is in the middle of this battle, he's not gonna summon an igloo. They'd be like, "What the hell?" It'd catch their attention. Who does this?
Yeah. There you go.
That's right.
okay, so tell me what you do.
All right.
Oh,
Tell me what you do.
All right. I guess I create the snow cave, the igloo.
Okay, is that a level 2 or is that a level 1?
Level 2.
Okay, so you have a possibility of rolling a mishap. It's not a guarantee; it's just a possibility. Do you
What if
want
he does
to
a 3,
wait?
right?
Wait. Do you have any willpower?
I do.
Okay, I see none on your sheet, but
Not anymore.
Well, yeah, I just used it.
oh, okay, very well. So how much willpower did you spend?
A total of 3.
Wow. Okay, so you built a power level 3 snow. So, okay. Okay, so out of nowhere, because I said it's like raining and now it's like there's weather. It's springtime is the time of year, and the rain is coming down. It's pretty cold and windy. These people are just like fighting in the mud, and Marcus. So what do you do here? So you built. So tell us what this looks like and what happens.
Well, I mean, would it be bigger being that it's power level 3?
Yes. I'll say that. Yeah, that's what it is. Like the more power you can build. I don't want to say an upper limit, but yeah, this isn't some little igloo you have to like crawl into. This is like you can walk in, like 2 people can walk side by side into this. It's large. As a power level 3.
Then I climb up on top and start yelling out for everyone to stop that Zortorm was successful in subjugating the dragon. We were successful in subjugating the dragon because we went back. Yeah, make them think we were part of that.
Nice.
So you're on top of this structure, and as you crawl up it and you say Zertorm was successful. He tamed a dragon.
Yeah, we were successful in subjugating and taming the dragons.
Okay, the dragons. You say both. Okay.
Yeah.
So I would say, okay, so you did that. Give me a, because this is kind of an event. Give me a performance roll, because I mean you're not lying to them, you're not trying to trick them, but like they're so busy blood feuding that you have to. Yeah, this. Okay.
Oh, he's successful there. Can I aid in him being there down on the ground next to the igloo, saying, like, it's true, I was there.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. So you are able to holler this and shout it enough to where enough people stop fighting, and then because remember too, the clans left, but there was also all the people of Augerville. So I would say what happens is, and they're not fighting, they're like in the middle of it. They're kind of like the civilians going, "Oh my God, these people are finally going postal." Now they're having now what the hell's going on? So I would say what happens is you cast this enormous structure, you crawl and it's just so bizarre. What the hell's an igloo? This fortress igloo doing appearing out of nowhere? So it's getting people's attention. Like they just can't, even though they're fighting, they can't help but notice that this just got built out of nowhere. So that's like chipping away at their resolve to fight. Now they're just getting confused. Then they see you come up there and you say that, and you are able to convincingly, tell them about Zertorm and the dragons. And even though there's fighters that because there's a large percentage of these fighters who they don't give a shit. They just want to kill. All they want to do now is disarm and defeat and dishonor the other side. That's all they care about. That's all they've wanted to do, and Zertorm forced them to not. And now there's a large percentage of these fighters that they don't care anymore. That's all they, and so they're not going to stop no matter what you do. But all the Augerville. So what you see is when you're saying this, you see Augur, seventh cousin. He makes his way out. He comes forward and he's standing at the base of the cave that you've built, and he turns and he summons, he brings everyone forward, all the civilians, and there's a ton of civilians. I mean, there's more people than there are of the fighters. The fighters are fighting, but now because you succeeded, you drew Augur in, and he was the first one. He kind of broke the dam, and now all the rest of the civilians are like crowding to you. And they want away from the fighters anyway. And now that enough of it's kind of like a momentum thing. Now the tide of people, the mass of humanity is starting to come to you, to the party, the four of you. And that draws out, you see Viridia. She's been in the back. She's been fighting in the back. And you see her finally, now that all the people are like closer to you and you're at your vantage point, you can see Viridia in the back. She's not fighting, but she's being attacked, and she's doing what she can to negate what's going on, but it's just out of control now. People are just in a bloodlust. But she sees Marcus up there, and she sprints forward on her horse, and she says, she whirls around, she comes up to the base of the cave, and she says, "The prophet lives." And again, if you recall, she was not a believer in the way that little sawed-off bastard Polakis was a devout Zertorm, zealot for Zertorm. Viridia was not like that. She was very much more subdued and secular from what you could tell. But she, if anything, she takes this opportunity to scream at the people, at least the Cords. She screams at the Cords, to stop the prophet. The prophet lives. The prophet lives. Praise be to Horn. She's trying to do her best to compel the people to stop fighting, and slowly and surely, the fighters stop. The people who are defeated, they're not dead. They just stand up. They're like on their knees in submission as defeated, vanquished foes who have been disgraced and dishonored. But they slowly now, one by one, they start standing up, and slowly everyone stops fighting, and you.
Dang, way to go, Marcus.
Yeah.
You have
Level
you
10.
have diffused this fight for now. There's
I did something.
the blood feud persists, but they're not drawing blood anymore. They have weapons are sheathed. You have extended the will of the prophet out to here when he's not here. You have done that. Very good job.
Yeah.
Say, I require a beverage of some type. No, just kidding. So now,
if we brought these armies and these people back to Amber's Peak, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It seems like Zertorm would be extremely grateful,
right?
to us.
He might let us ride the dragon.
Yeah, exactly. we require a free ride in the dragon.
is that like figuratively, or is that kind of like a smoking weed type of ride the dragon?
Oh no! Riding the dragon is not weed.
That was the other thing before. I was talking about you could put points into Path of the Blunt. That was what that was. Instead of Path of the Blade, there's Path of the Blunt. If you want to go that way.
I'm gonna say chase a dragon. Dude.
Yeah.
That one's about man.
That's amazing. So now, I say, okay, we'll end it right there. That'll be a good ending point. So the fighting is stopped, and you don't know what they're going to do, but they've all put their swords down and their spears down. The ones who are dishonored and cut and ceremonially defeated rise up to their feet, and you can just see the realization watching over them that Zertorm's not dead, that he didn't die, like this dragon didn't come down and kill him and kill everything else and burn everything else to the ground. Zertorm still lives, and so
they believe Zertorm is the prophet.
Palakis, that's what Palakis teaches.
Okay.
He is like the very devout. Palakis teaches the Chords that Zertorm is the prophet of their god Horn, like their physicalized prophet in the world. That's what Palakis teaches the Chord people. Whether those people believe it or not, but that's the official doctrinal teaching. He's not just a person; he's a prophet. So the prophet lives, and that's the fact that Viridia, who's not really a believer, not a devout person, when she said, she used Marcus's speech as a chance to kind of tap into those people who really believe the whole mythical prophecy thing, and she's like, the prophet lives, and so that kind of snapped people out, like, oh my God, like we have to stop now. He's still alive. God's chosen anointed prophet is still. He's not dead, we still have a leader, we still have so that's what compelled them to put their weapons down and stop fighting.
So does that give Marcus a reputation point, an additional one?
Well, why don't we discuss that? Let's go to the XP.
Yeah.
Let's do the XP. That's a good question. Okay, Player's Guide, Your Adventure. Where is that? Leveling up. Where did I see that? Leveling up. Okay.
Now we just need to start spreading rumors that I bare knuckle boxed the dragon. That's why we won.
Dude, yes. Let's own it.
All right, is everyone ready with your sheets for points?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, question 1, did you participate? Yes, so you all get 1 for that. Question 2, did you travel to through at least 1 hex of the game that you had not visited before? Yes, so that's another point for all of you. Did you discover a new site? No. Did you defeat 1 or more monsters? No. Did you find a treasure worth 1 gold or more? I would say yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say all 4 of you get a point because you were all like looting together. I mean, one was a lookout, the other guy, but I mean, you guys all. I would say yes. You guys found lots of treasure.
I got the 10 silver from Augur, so
Yeah. Okay.
this tavern.
Okay. So yes.
It's
So
awkward.
all of
It's right there
you.
next to you.
So so you all have 1, 2, 3 points so far. Did you build a function in your stronghold? No. Did you activate your pride? No. Have you suffered from your dark secret? No, still. Did you risk your life for another PC? No, you guys did not do that. And then did you perform an extraordinary action of some kind? I would say for this episode, Marcus, Marcus got 1 for his.
Yeah, Marcus.
That was very good. So Marcus with a yes. And then,
Great.
so that's a good amount of points.
Yeah, I need to figure out how I'm gonna spend that.
Yeah. Well, so everyone tell me, I meant to do this last time. What's your guys' XP right? So Garrick, what's your current XP points right now?
12.
Good lord. Okay, Dira, what's your XP points right now?
11.
What the hell? Marcus?
Everybody's that high.
Marcus, what's your...
11.
What the... Okay, and Dorian?
7? Maybe I didn't update it last time. I don't know.
Well, I don't think you're going to be identical because you came in as a new character.
Oh, yeah. I think 7. I'm pretty sure
I mean,
I
that's
updated it
still
last time.
that's still a ton. I mean, because remember how much stuff costs. It doesn't cost that much. Okay. I mean,
Yeah,
it does,
that could be
but
2 skills.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I meant to keep a note of that. But that's okay. All right, you guys. That was pretty good, really. I mean,
Always fun.
I was thinking I was kind of planning something else that was gonna happen. But you guys just took it in a different way, which is cool.
Yeah.
It was fun. Did you guys have
I like exploring. Yeah, it's super. I love it. I love just the complete unknown to it.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. It's good as long as it's flowing well and not. I'm trying not to do like too much like regurgitating everything that you guys have already done and like recapping everything every time. I mean, that's hopefully not. And honestly, it's so I can remember really because it's like, oh yeah, you guys did this, you guys did that. So I'm kind of like thinking out loud and remembering like, oh yeah, you guys did this. So it's just kind of helping me get with the program.
It's helpful for us to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to take notes. I'm trying to take notes.
Yeah.
So like I remember who different
Whole
people
page and a half.
I remember. Are you still?
I was updating the party log.
Yeah.
In the beginning, but I haven't done that in a while.
That's okay. If you want. I mean,
that'd be fun to have.
Yeah, that would be because I was doing that too, but then it's just been like, it's so busy where I live now.
Tedious.
Well, I mean, that's just like I barely have time to do this. So it's like,
I have more than enough time to update that. I'll take that on as an action item.
Oh my god!
But stop it! You can make me vomit. Sorry, Joe. That's a Corvo Intel term.
Ugh.
Action item.
Oh man, no! I'm all about next actions, doing deep dives, synergy.
No.
Between,
God.
No, we don't do that here. But yeah, if you want to take on that action item, that'd be great.
Yeah, the cool thing is, I mean, with all the YouTube videos you're posting, I mean, it'll be easy to go back and just watch those, take notes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all
Be nice
posted. Most everything. I mean, I didn't post until you guys got to skin snakes. So, because we had an episode or 2 before that, but nothing really. That was just kind of like getting the hang of even how to play. So, didn't really miss much on that.
I think Garrett hunts down a deer, uses that for
Yeah,
Zeratorm
yeah.
being lured. There's reports of Zeratorm being. Oh
How do
yeah, we
you-
got into a skin snakes at that point,
Mm-hmm.
and we're selling some pelts or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's my
Yeah, this is
last note
early
entry.
on.
Sometimes
Oh,
the
I
node
see.
entry thing on Foundry isn't. It's twitchy. I'd be entering stuff and then it like lock out or something, or I'd lose it. I'm like, what?
Mm.
So I was doing it like a document and then I'd paste it over.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
probably
better.
better. Yeah.
I'll do that.
The data entry stuff here is kind of touchy and flaky, like you say.
Well, cool. Super
All right,
fun.
you guys. Yeah, I had fun. I hope you guys had fun. This was cool. You guys are doing awesome.
Yeah. Oh,
Always fun.
Very good.
Yeah, I love it when things go south and you roll on some tables. That's great.
Yeah, it's always
Let it
good.
happen.
Yes, yes,
Yep.
yes. All right, well, should be, hopefully we'll continue next week. You guys have a good one, and thanks for playing, and we'll see you around. Take care.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
Have a good one.
do. Yeah.
See you guys.